All right, I'm here with Emily Gratson. Emily I think she's been here a lot longer than I have been here. But Emily, why don't you go over kind of what your role is here at Cornerstone? What is your official title? Because you do so many different things. And then how long have you been here at Cornerstone?
Yeah, great. Well, thanks for inviting me for this chat, Aaron. My official title is Associate Dean of Assessment and Student Success. So I do a lot of behind the scenes work. I oversee our assessment of student learning, so really working closely with faculty to ensure that all of our programs, our majors and minors, have clearly stated learning outcomes, that we're equipping students with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that they'll need to be successful in their careers. And so that we're continuing to monitor that and make sure that that's happening, and we're making tweaks in those programs when it's not.
Yeah.
Big part of what I do. I also work with the student success side of the house, so very closely with our Center for Academic Success specifically, and Dr. Shannon Pothoven and her team to focus on new retention, student success initiatives, things like the first year advising initiative, other academic support services, and just really making sure that they have what they need to be successful. And I also see off-campus programs, so that's one of my favorite things about my job here is our semester study abroad and short-term study abroad. And I've been in my role, this current role for this is my sixth academic year, but I've been at Cornerstone for it'll be 10 years this summer.
Awesome. Awesome. So when I was going through the list of committees, because I'm on a couple different committees and I'm in charge of one specifically, your name, I feel like, is on every single committee. I'm like, is there a committee that Emily Gratson is not on? But what committee, I'm going to call you out right here. You're going to have to make a tough decision right off the bat.
Oh.
What committee is your most favorite? What do you love? Which committee do you love serving on?
Oh man, that's funny. That is the joke. It's funny that you noticed that too. But I'd have to say the International Programs Committee, because I really enjoy finding ways to make opportunities for our students to get off campus and travel internationally and be exposed to other cultures.
Awesome. Awesome. So you've been here for 10 years. So you've seen this campus grow quite a bit in the last 10 years, especially under the leadership of Dr. Stoll. You came a couple years after he was here, but then he's leaving at the end of this semester and this school year. What has been one thing over the 10 years that you've really just loved about Cornerstone, that you've seen that's been a change for Cornerstone?
Yeah. I've always enjoyed or appreciated the relational nature between the faculty and the students, and even Dr. Stoll and the students. I've never seen a president that was so interactive and knew so many students by name. And the same thing for our faculty, just seeing how much. I guess one of the big things that stood out to me when I came here was the fact that our faculty and staff eat lunch in the cafeteria. Well, not this year because of COVID, but with the students. And I just thought that was so neat that, you get to continue to build those relationships. But so I really have enjoyed that. And just working in assessment, I get to see all the survey data, and that continually comes up from students to just how much they enjoy the relationships they've built with faculty, staff, their athletic staff, and everyone here on campus.
Yeah, that's great. So going a little bit on the personal side, you and your husband, Anthony, have welcomed in some twins over the past 5 months ago. They're 5 months old, you just told me, which is crazy to think that already. Why don't you go, how has your life changed a little bit over the last 5 months?
Oh man, it's completely different. So we did welcome twin boys, Luca and Levi, on October 18. And it has been a crazy ride. Our schedule, I guess COVID interrupted things a lot, when that all happened last spring. And so in some senses, the slower pace of this season that we're in really has benefited us and allowed us to be home and enjoy the time with the boys. But yeah, everything's about, the schedule. It's just busy from one thing to the next. Get home, feed the boys, try to work out, play with them, put them down, finally eat dinner and go right to bed. So I feel like we just do that on repeat, but it's been great.
Well, especially when they get active here in the next couple of years, when they're just going to be going and going and going. You won't have to work out. You will be getting a workout while you're
I
chasing after them.
that's true. I know I am a little nervous for that, and I know they're going to be instigating each other. And from what I've heard, especially with little boys and then twin boys, we're in
Well,
for
our boys never fight. They're totally good. They just love each
perfect.
other. They never get on each other's nerves. It's just easy going. And I'm
Great.
totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. But they're not twins. Ours are separated by a couple of years, so we've definitely
Sure.
had some battles over the last few years.
I don't know. I'm anticipating some shenanigans. That's for sure.
It's good. It's awesome. I love it. Let them be boys.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So transitioning a little bit now to the sports side, what is your favorite? Because we're in athletics over here. I got to talk a little bit about sports. What is your favorite sport?
Soccer or
Okay.
football. Yeah.
Do you like a major league soccer, a European soccer? What do you like to follow?
Yeah. Well, I like to play soccer. I should say that first. My husband and I have played co-ed league all through college. Anthony played competitively in college, but so I would say I enjoy playing it. I follow European League a little bit, but it's more I enjoy playing it for the social aspect. And so we used to play year round, and now we're just doing summer leagues.
Are you an offensive-minded soccer player or a defensive-minded soccer player?
Definitely offensive. I usually played midfield, left wing.
Okay.
So,
Love
yeah.
it. All right. So I've got a series of fast, rapid questions here.
Cool.
Your favorite movie is what?
Ooh. Oh, I'm so bad at this. It's gonna sound weird. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Wow. Okay. That's a good one. Old one, but good one.
It is old, but it's one that I don't know. I've really enjoyed the movie.
When I've asked that question to the staff over the past few interviews, it's always like the most recent movie that they like. And then I think it was Chris Kellner said Shawshank Redemption. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now we're talking
That's a
about
good one.
movies. Count of Monte
Yep.
Cristo was very good. I have not seen that in years.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Okay.
revenge and redemption story. There's just a lot there.
There is a lot there. How do you like your steak done? Do you like steak? That might be the first question.
Yes, I love steak. I am a medium rare, medium. It depends. In the
Okay.
summertime, it's weird. Medium rare. In the winter, medium.
And
I
are
don't
you
know
a
why.
steak fries or a baked potato to go with it?
Depends. If the baked potato, if I know that it's got the crispy outside, with the salt, I would say baked potato. But if I don't know, I stay safe and go with the steak fries.
Okay. You've probably done a lot of traveling, being involved in the different trips that our students take for outside learning. But what is your favorite country that you've been to?
Ecuador. Probably because I've spent the most time in Quito, and I really enjoy going back to places and starting to get to know people and places and cafes and restaurants. So I would have to say Quito.
Okay. Favorite city that you've visited in Michigan over the last 5 years?
Ooh, I like Detroit. With time here with friends. My husband's family's on the east side of the state, and so we always like to go downtown Detroit and try, new restaurants, festivals. There's a lot of great things going on there.
Awesome. What's one hobby that you want to try that you have never done before?
Gardening. I would love to be a great gardener. I don't know if I have the patience or the skill, but I always thought that would be really neat.
Okay, I like it. All right, last question, a little bit more serious on this side is as I've done these interviews with students and staff and faculty, we've kind of been in this series of the year is for the last 12 months now, a little bit more than 12 months in this pandemic. I love to hear from people of just a kind of a note of encouragement that you could give the rest of our campus.
Yeah, I've been really amazed at the resiliency of our campus, of our students, our faculty and staff. I mean, if you think about back to March, how quickly we had to move to online teaching, online learning, make all the adaptations with sports, with all these events. And just, I've been so impressed with how encouraging and positive people have been despite, the difficult season. So I, I would just encourage us to continue forward in that. We've already done it. Hopefully we're almost through. I know that some things will never go back to being the same, but yeah, just to keep on keeping on and just celebrate all that we've been through and accomplished in the meantime.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you for joining me. We're going to wrap it up here, but this has been great just to get to know you a little bit more. But thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me.